There was a period when boxing carried a different tone. It was less a contest of skill and more an exercise in inevitability. Fighters did not simply lose. They disappeared from contention, from momentum, and from belief. Crowds gathered not only to support, but to witness an outcome that felt predetermined. In the late 1980s, one fighter reshaped the heavyweight division. His name was Mike Tyson. This account examines the presence of fear during that period and how it influenced both fighters and the sport itself. Before Tyson, heavyweight boxing was defined by size, measured pacing, and structured exchanges. Tyson entered as a smaller fighter with a different approach. Under Cus D'Amato, he developed a compact, aggressive style built on head movement, tight combinations, and forward pressure. And the technical foundation was clear, but the distinguishing factor was his intent. From the outset of his professional career, opponents were not only outperformed, but systematically overwhelmed. In his first 19 fights, 12 ended in first-round knockouts. The pace and immediacy of these results raised a practical concern within the sport: how to respond to a fighter who allowed no time to adjust. On November 22, 1986, Tyson faced Trevor Berbick for the WBC heavyweight title. Berbick was experienced and had competed at a high level. The fight ended in the second round. After being knocked down, Berbick attempted to stand but was unable to maintain balance. The referee stopped the contest. At 20 years old, Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion in history. The result had a broader effect. And observers did not only see a new champion, they saw a style and presence that lacked an obvious counter. Between 1987 and 1989, Tyson's performances followed a consistent pattern. Larry Holmes, returning from retirement, was knocked down multiple times before the fight was stopped in the fourth round. Holmes had previously been known for durability and control, yet neither proved sufficient. Michael Spinks entered their bout undefeated and as lineal champion. The fight ended in 91 seconds. Spinks threw few punches and showed limited engagement. These outcomes shifted perception. Tyson's influence extended beyond physical results to the psychological condition of his opponents. In many cases, the contest appeared affected before it began. Reports described tension in locker rooms, unease during weigh-ins, and visible hesitation during ring walks. Tyson's presentation reinforced this atmosphere. Minimal attire, no elaborate entrance, and immediate engagement once the fight started. The structure of a typical fight, assessment, adjustment, gradual escalation, was largely absent. From the opening moments, Tyson applied sustained pressure. His combinations were short and efficient, his defense active, and his objective direct. He did not approach fights as a process of accumulating rounds, but of ending them. This approach influenced opponent behavior. Hesitation increased, and with it, vulnerability. By the late 1980s, Tyson's presence extended beyond boxing. His fights became major events, often framed around duration rather than outcome. Betting markets reflected this, offering lines not only on winners, but on how long the fight would last. This level of expectation indicated a shift in how dominance was measured. Tyson unified the heavyweight division by defeating Tony Tucker and James Smith. He held all major titles simultaneously. At that stage, there was little public challenge presented with confidence. Participation against Tyson was widely viewed as high risk with limited strategic advantage. On February 11, 1990, Tyson faced Buster Douglas in Tokyo. Douglas entered as a 42-1 underdog. The expectation was consistent with previous fights. The outcome was not. Douglas maintained composure, engaged actively, and sustained his approach across rounds. In the 10th round, Tyson was knocked down and did not continue. The result altered the prevailing perception. For the first time in his professional career, Tyson was defeated, and the sense of inevitability diminished. Reviewing that period requires more than a summary of results. The defining element was the shared belief surrounding those results. For several years, the expectation was consistent. Facing Tyson would lead to defeat, and likely in decisive fashion. Such certainty is uncommon in sport. It reflects not only performance, but perception reinforced over time. In subsequent years, boxing continued to produce skilled champions and competitive eras. The conditions that defined Tyson's early career, however, were specific to that moment. They combined performance, consistency, and psychological effect in a way that is difficult to replicate. During that period, Tyson did not only lead the division, but he influenced how it was experienced. For a time, his presence altered expectations to the point where the outcome felt established before the opening bell.